Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called The Untouchables. This one was sent to me for review by Paramount. If you get a chance to check this one out, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll include more information for the affiliates. First one, down in the description. So this is a movie from 1987, and I had never previously seen it. I also didn't have any kind of versions to compare it to, but this one is new to 4K. Now, it has a great cast, including Kevin Costner and Sean Connery. Now, I love Sean Connery in this movie. I mean, Kevin Costner's great, but I just love Sean Connery and his attitude and his accent and his voice and just everything about him. I loved him in this movie. So this takes place in the Prohibition era, and Kevin Costner is part of some group set up to kind of put an end to bootlegging. And so he sets his sights on Al Capone, who is a gangster who was heavily involved with bootlegging. Just in case there's people out there who aren't familiar with this, Prohibition was alcohol was outlawed, I believe, in the whole United States, and so these gangsters kind of would make it and distribute it through clubs and whatnot, and it was called bootlegging, and so it was a way for people to get alcohol when it was illegal. So Kevin Costner's kind of like the head of this task force, and he realizes quickly that everybody's on the take, the gangsters are paying everyone, and so he has to just get this small group of guys, and their only job is to get Al Capone. Now, one of the guys, he has this great idea that they're going to get him for tax evasion. And I feel like a lot of times that's kind of what they did with these mobsters. They got him on, other laws, not necessarily all their terrible dealings they dealt with. So these guys have to use kind of probably brute force to try to catch this guy. And they set up some stings, and some go good and some go bad, and then everything's kind of going their way. And they're careful not to say whether or not they find alcohol. And Kevin Costner's careful not to say whether or not he's for or against Prohibition. But he says, this is the law. I'm here to enforce it. And so these four guys are kind of just going it as a team. And the gangsters start threatening them. They start threatening Kevin Costner's family. And so he kind of gets them out of town. And he takes it real personal. And he's really taking it to them. There's some real heated scenes. There's some real kind of brutal scenes in this that I would not have expected, as in gunfights, kind of the level of gore and whatnot. It was a little more than I was expecting from this one. I thought it was a great story. I really enjoyed the movie. It wasn't one that I would say I loved. I would say I did really like this one, though. I thought the 4K looked really good. It was, a pretty clear picture, good color. But I wouldn't say that it necessarily blew me away, but I also didn't have anything to compare it to having seen before or that I owned. But I like this one, guys. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos to the Says Videos, and I'll see you guys next time.